agriculture buys, intellectual property rights. What stands out to you the most?
I think there are likely to be a few disappointed people when the reality sets in here. There's a lot of rhetoric building up to it. Of course, the ceremony itself has some euphoria. It's going to generate the markets, so they're already adjusted after the initial euphoria when it became clear, based also on Secretary Mnuchin's statements, that the tariff relief would actually probably not kick in until after phase two, and phase two is not very clear when that's going to happen, certainly not before the November elections. The reality of the deal is that you have a reduction of from 15% to 7.5% on 120 billion worth of goods, and 15% that were planned for another 180 billion that are not going to come into play. But you still are left with 360 billion worth of Chinese imports that are going to be touched with tariffs, or penalized with tariffs, I should say. And just for some comparison here, you're now phasing 2/3 of Chinese imports into the U.S. after this trade deal. That are going to see tariffs compared to less than 1% before the trade war started in 2018. Or to put it in another perspective, you have an average after the trade deal terms kick in, whenever that will be, you're going to have an average tariff of 19.3%, which is 6 times higher than prior to the trade deal. But I think the most sobering reality when this euphoria will wear off is that these types of trade wars through tariffs that we're replacing diplomacy, and they're going to be here to stay. And I don't see, even if President Trump did not win a re-election, I don't see any of the Democratic candidates being in a position to undo this. So we're going to face the reality now. We're going to have to get used to tariffs, whether there's a phase one or phase two of this trade deal.